Welcome back. In today's video, we embark on a captivating journey to explore the top 5 rarest animals on our planet. These remarkable creatures are facing numerous challenges, making them incredibly unique and precious. So let's dive right in and discover the extraordinary world of rarity and conservation. The number 1 animal on our list is hawksbill sea turtle. The hawksbill sea turtle, Eretmochelus imbricata, is considered rare due to several factors. Habitat loss. Hawksbill sea turtles primarily inhabit coral reefs and shallow coastal areas. The destruction and degradation of coral reefs, including coral bleaching caused by climate change, pose a significant threat to their habitat. Coastal development, pollution, and coastal erosion also contribute to the loss of suitable nesting and foraging grounds. Illegal wildlife trade. Hawksbill sea turtles are hunted for their beautiful shell, which is highly prized in the black market for making jewelry, accessories, and ornamental items. The demand for their shells drives illegal poaching and trade, resulting in a significant decline in their population. Fishing practices. Hawksbill sea turtles often become unintentionally caught in fishing nets and lines as bycatch. This can result in injury or death, particularly in areas where fishing activities are intensive or unregulated. Additionally, the destruction of nesting sites by fishing practices can impact the reproductive success of these turtles. Climate change. Rising sea temperatures and ocean acidification associated with climate change can negatively impact the health and survival of coral reefs, which are essential habitats for hawksbill sea turtles. Changes in temperature can also affect the sex ratio of hatchlings, leading to imbalanced populations. Slow reproduction rate. Hawksbill sea turtles have a slow rate of reproduction, with females reaching maturity at around 20 to 30 years of age. They have long nesting intervals and lay relatively few eggs per nesting season. This makes their population more vulnerable to threats and slow to recover from population declines. Efforts are underway to conserve hawksbill sea turtles, including protected areas, beach monitoring and protection programs, community engagement, and stricter regulations against illegal wildlife trade. These measures aim to mitigate the factors contributing to their rarity and promote the recovery of their populations. Moving down to the number 2 on the list, the vaquita porpoise. The vaquita porpoise, Phocoena sinus, is critically endangered and one of the rarest marine mammals in the world. Here are the main reasons why the vaquita porpoise is so rare. Bycatch. The primary threat to the vaquita porpoise is accidental entanglement in fishing nets. They often get caught in gill nets that are set for catching fish and shrimp in their habitat, the northern Gulf of California. As a result, they drown and are unable to escape, leading to a decline in their population. Habitat loss. The vaquita porpoise has a small and limited range, and its habitat in the northern Gulf of California has been subject to degradation and loss. Human activities, such as unsustainable fishing practices and development, have resulted in habitat destruction, reducing the available space for the vaquita porpoise to live and breed. Illegal fishing. The illegal fishing of the critically endangered totoaba fish is another significant factor contributing to the vaquita's rarity. The swim bladder of the totoaba fish is highly valued in Asian markets, particularly China, for its supposed medicinal properties. The illegal trade in totoaba swim bladders drives illegal fishing practices that inadvertently catch and kill vaquita porpoises. Slow reproduction. Vaquita porpoises have a slow reproductive rate, with females giving birth to only 1 calf every 2 years approximately. Their slow reproductive rate makes it challenging for their population to recover quickly, especially in the face of high mortality due to bycatch and other threats. Lack of effective conservation measures. Despite efforts to protect the vaquita porpoise, including the establishment of protected areas and fishing bans, illegal fishing and bycatch continue to pose significant challenges. Enforcement of regulations and conservation measures has been difficult, contributing to the ongoing decline of the vaquita population. Given the critical status of the vaquita porpoise, urgent and coordinated conservation efforts are needed to address the threats it faces. This includes stronger enforcement against illegal fishing, improving fishing practices to reduce bycatch, raising awareness, and supporting alternative livelihoods for local communities that rely on fishing in the Gulf of California. Moving down to the number 3 on the list. The Sumatran tiger, Panthera tigris sumatrae, is one of the rarest tiger subspecies and faces numerous threats that have contributed to its declining population. Here are some reasons why the Sumatran tiger is so rare. Habitat loss and fragmentation. Sumatran tigers have experienced significant habitat loss due to deforestation and conversion of their forest habitats into agricultural land, palm oil plantations, and human settlements. As their forest habitats shrink and become fragmented, tigers face increased competition for resources and reduced breeding opportunities. Illegal logging and poaching. Illegal logging practices in Sumatra have resulted in the destruction of tiger habitats, making it easier for poachers to access and hunt tigers. Tigers are targeted for their valuable body parts, which are highly sought after in the illegal wildlife trade. Their bones, skin, and organs are used for traditional medicine and as luxury items. Human-wildlife conflict. As human populations expand and encroach upon tiger habitats, conflicts between humans and tigers arise. Tigers sometimes prey on livestock, leading to retaliatory killings by farmers who perceive them as a threat to their livelihoods. This conflict further endangers the already small population of Sumatran tigers. Lack of prey. Tigers rely on a healthy prey base to survive, and their decline is often linked to a reduction in their natural prey species such as deer and wild boar. Overhunting and habitat degradation have depleted the tiger's prey, forcing them to seek alternative food sources, including livestock and human settlements, which further exacerbates conflicts. Limited genetic diversity. The small population size of Sumatran tigers has resulted in reduced genetic diversity. Inbreeding and genetic bottlenecks increase the risk of genetic disorders and decrease the population's overall health and resilience to diseases and environmental changes. Efforts are being made to conserve and protect the Sumatran tiger population. These include establishing protected areas, implementing anti-poaching measures, promoting sustainable land use practices, raising awareness about tiger conservation, and supporting local communities in coexisting with tigers. Conservation. Initiatives aim to restore and protect tiger habitats, strengthen law enforcement against poaching, and address human-tiger conflicts to ensure the survival and recovery of the critically endangered Sumatran tiger. Moving down to the number 4 on the list, the Javan rhinoceros, Rhinoceros sondiacus, is one of the rarest large mammals in the world, with only around 72 individuals remaining in the wild. Here are some reasons why the Javan rhinoceros is so rare. Habitat loss. The primary reason for the decline of the Javan rhinoceros is habitat loss. Their natural habitat, which includes dense rainforests, swamps, and grasslands, has been extensively converted for agriculture, logging, and human settlements. The shrinking and fragmentation of their habitat limit their range and availability of suitable breeding and feeding grounds. Poaching. The Javan rhinoceros is heavily targeted by poachers due to the high demand for their horns in illegal wildlife trade. The rhino horn is believed to have medicinal properties in some traditional Asian medicine practices, making it highly valuable on the black market. Poaching for their horns has had a severe impact on their population, driving them to the brink of extinction. Low genetic diversity. The Javan rhinoceros population suffers from low genetic diversity, which makes them more vulnerable to diseases and other threats. With a small number of individuals, the risk of inbreeding and genetic abnormalities increases, further compromising their ability to recover and adapt to changing environments. Slow reproduction rate. Javan rhinoceroses have a slow reproductive rate, which hampers their ability to recover from population declines. Females have long gestation periods of about 16 months and typically give birth to a single calf every 3 to 5 years. The slow reproduction rate makes it difficult for the population to rebound quickly. Inadequate protection and conservation efforts. In the past, the Javan rhinoceros has faced insufficient protection and conservation efforts. Limited resources, lack of enforcement, and inadequate management of protected areas have made it challenging to safeguard their habitats and combat poaching effectively. Efforts are being made by conservation organizations and governments to protect the remaining Javan rhinoceroses and their habitats. These include anti-poaching patrols, habitat restoration, captive breeding programs, and international collaborations. However, the rarity of the Javan rhinoceros highlights the urgent need for intensified conservation efforts and strict law enforcement to prevent their extinction. Moving down to the last animal on the list, pangolins are considered one of the rarest animals in the world due to several key factors. Habitat loss. Pangolins primarily inhabit forests and grasslands, which are rapidly being destroyed and fragmented due to deforestation, agriculture, and urbanization. As their natural habitats shrink, pangolins face a loss of suitable living environments and reduced access to food sources. Illegal wildlife trade. Pangolins are the most trafficked mammals in the world. They are sought after for their scales, which are believed to have medicinal properties in some traditional Asian medicines, and their meat, considered a delicacy in certain cultures. This demand drives rampant poaching and smuggling of pangolins, leading to a significant decline in their populations. Slow reproduction rate. Pangolins have a slow reproductive rate, with females usually giving birth to only one offspring per year. This low reproductive rate makes it challenging for pangolin populations to recover from the impacts of poaching and habitat loss. Lack of awareness and protection. Pangolins were once relatively unknown to the general public, which allowed their illegal trade to flourish unnoticed. Even with increased awareness and conservation efforts in recent years, the cultural significance to pangolins and their body parts. These deeply rooted beliefs perpetuate the demand for pangolin products, fueling the illegal trade and making it difficult to combat the problem effectively. Given these challenges, it is crucial to implement stronger measures to combat illegal wildlife trade, protect pangolin habitats, raise awareness about their conservation status, and work with local communities and governments to promote sustainable practices. Efforts to address the demand for pangolin products, strengthen law enforcement, and support rehabilitation and release programs are essential in protecting these unique and threatened creatures from further decline.